All right. Today I want to do a quick little discussion on working with the ArcGIS View Ready change event on the ArcGIS map component of the ArcGIS Maps SDK for JavaScript components. Man. Okay. Anyway, I get questions about this event, pretty often. People want to know when to use it, what to use it for, and stuff. Do I only use it once? Which you can, right? It's really useful for knowing when the map has loaded. Okay, and if you've used the map view in the JavaScript SDK, this is the equivalent of view.when. All right, just to give you an idea. So it's pretty useful to use it to know when things are loaded, properties on the map are available, the map itself has probably been hydrated, and you can start doing some things. Okay, there's a small snippet in here where maybe if you want to start adding layers to the map, this is a good place to go. So you wait for the ArcGIS View Ready change to load, and you create a layer, and just go ahead and add the layer to the map that is a property on the map element, right? So I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty useful. There's also other times that this event could fire that might be useful for you. So here I have an app. You can see it over here. I've got my ArcGIS map. I've got a couple of CalSat buttons in here instead of ArcGIS placement. And the way this works, we'll skip all this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a web map, and I've got an item ID. So I've got two things I'm going to do here. You can ignore all this stuff. It's just some, ways I go ahead and grab elements. But basically what I'm going to do is on one button click, I'm going to update the map property of the element. All right. On the next button click, I'm going to update the item ID of the element, which is going to create a new web map under the hood with a new item ID and replace the map property internally. All right. I think you see where I'm going with this. So let's just go ahead and refresh real quick. So you'll see here I've got a little alert saying the map has been loaded. And then what I can do is that down here, I've just got some logic in here. It's basically going to say the first time this loads, I say map has been loaded. But every other time, I'm going to go and open the alert. But I've updated the message to be whether it's been the web map or the item ID that's been updated. So it's going to do the new web map. Bam. Web map has been set, right? So the ArcGIS View Ready change event fired when I change the map property. Next one, new item ID. Again, the ArcGIS View Ready change event fired when I set a new item ID. Because, as you can tell here, the map has been changed, right? So if you change the new map property, this event will fire again. Most of the time, you may not even want this, right? So if I were to do something like this here, I just said something like once is equal to true, right? Now when it runs, I get map has been loaded. That first event fires, the alert pops up. But if I start changing the web map now, no more alert. Same goes for the item ID, no more alert. That I didn't care about any subsequent times that the event fired. But in my case, that's not really what I want. I want to, I want to go ahead and grab it every time it fires for whatever reason. You might have an app where you're changing the map and you want to know when it's changed because maybe you're going to load different components or change the header or whatever else you might possibly do, right? Which is all pretty useful. So yeah, that's it. I just want to point that out, that these are the times when the ArcGIS View Ready change event fires. Yes, I know it's a long name, but we have to be very descriptive here because there's a lot of different events firing under the hood here. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. I hope that you'll have a chance to use it, and it might answer any questions you might have about working with that event. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe below, and hit me up. Thanks.